Christmas is one of those rare things that manages to be everywhere at once. It's in our songs, in our movies, in our decorations, and for many people, it's in our memories. But even though it feels familiar, the real story of Christmas is far stranger, older, and more surprising than most people ever expect. Today, we're going through 30 facts about Christmas that go far beyond snowflakes and gift wrap. Some of them come from ancient history, some from science, some from obscure traditions around the world, and some are just plain weird. By the end of this video, you'll probably never look at the holiday season the same way again. Let's start with the roots of Christmas itself. Most people grow up hearing that Christmas happens on December 25th because that's when Jesus was born. But historically, no one knows the exact date. The earliest Christian communities didn't even celebrate birthdays at all. It wasn't until centuries later, around the 4th century, that church leaders selected December 25th. Why that day? Because it conveniently lined up with existing celebrations happening across Europe and the Mediterranean during the winter solstice. People were already gathering around fires, sharing food, lighting candles, and trying to bring warmth into the darkest period of the year. Setting Christmas on that exact date made it much easier for the new holiday to spread. So the first fact is this: the date of Christmas was strategically chosen and not actually recorded anywhere in the earliest Christian texts. The second fact: the very first recorded Christmas celebration didn't appear until the 300s. The earliest reference appears in a simple document listing feast days. No huge ceremony, no public holiday, just a quiet entry in an old calendar. Over time, though, the celebration evolved, absorbing bits and pieces from cultures it spread to. Fact 3. Many Christmas customs didn't start as religious traditions. They started as winter survival practices. People who lived in cold climates spent winters battling freezing temperatures, limited sunlight, and food shortages. Bringing evergreen branches indoors wasn't originally symbolic. It was a reminder that not everything was dead in the cold. Lighting candles was about comfort in endless nights. Gathering together was essential for warmth and mental well-being. Fact 4. The story of Santa Claus has real historical roots. He evolved from several figures across history, including a real bishop known for helping children and people in need. But the version most people recognize today, the red suit, the round belly, the sleigh, is a modern blend of folklore, poems, illustrations, and early holiday marketing. Some countries still maintain much older variations that look nothing like the global version. Fact 5. The Christmas tree is a surprisingly recent tradition. While ancient winter festivals used evergreen branches, the decorated indoor tree only became common in the 1600s in Europe. It didn't spread globally until the 1800s. Photos of royal families placing trees in their homes made the practice fashionable, and from there it became a worldwide symbol. Fact 6. In Japan, the most popular Christmas dinner is fried chicken. In the 1970s, a clever advertising campaign suggested it as the ideal Western-style holiday meal. Today, people place orders weeks in advance. Lines wrap around buildings every December. Fact 7. Iceland doesn't have one Santa, it has 13. They're called the Yule Lads, mischievous figures who visit one at a time during the days leading up to Christmas. Some steal food, some peek through windows, some slam doors. Each one has a unique personality. Fact 8. In Venezuela, families roller skate to Christmas Mass. Streets are even closed in certain areas so people can skate safely to early morning services. No snow, no sleigh, just wheels and warm weather. Fact 9. Australia celebrates Christmas in summer. With hot weather, beaches, and barbecues, the holiday feels familiar but flipped. Santa sometimes shows up wearing shorts and sunglasses. Fact 10. Germany invented the Advent calendar. Early versions were chalk marks on walls, counting down the days. Later came paper doors, candles, and eventually chocolate. Today, Advent calendars range from candy to toys to luxury items. Fact 11. Snowflakes are not always perfectly six-sided. While six-sided crystals are the most stable shape for ice, snowflake formation depends on temperature and humidity. Under certain conditions, snowflakes can create 12-sided forms or unusual clusters. Their shape records the exact air path they traveled through. Fact 12. Reindeer eyes change color in winter. During the dark Arctic months, their eyes shift from golden to deep blue, helping them absorb more light in low sunlight environment. It's one of nature's most impressive winnicus.
Adaptations.
Fact 13. Poinsettias aren't poisonous. Research shows they're far less toxic than many common plants. Eating one might cause mild discomfort, but the dramatic stories are exaggerated. Fact 14. Real Christmas trees can improve indoor air quality. They release small amounts of moisture that help balance humidity in dry winter homes. Studies on indoor air exchange show that real greenery can slightly improve comfort levels. Fact 15. Most places on Earth do not get snow on Christmas. Even in northern regions, a white Christmas depends heavily on yearly weather patterns, elevation, and location. Statistically, snow on December 25th is rare. Fact 16. Gingerbread houses began as a storytelling tool. They grew in popularity after a famous fairy tale featured a house made of sweets. Bakers recreated the idea, and the tradition stuck. Fact 17. Candy canes originally had no stripes. Early versions were plain white sugar sticks. The red stripes and peppermint flavor were added centuries later to make them more festive. Fact 18. The first Christmas cards were luxury items. Printing in the 19th century was expensive, so cards were a sign of status. As printing improved, cards became accessible to everyone. Fact 19. Christmas songs existed long before electricity. Early carols echoed through gatherings and stone churches. Modern recordings are just the latest chapter of a much older musical tradition. Fact 20. The holiday season noticeably affects global energy use. Increased lighting, cooking, heating, and decorations all contribute to December being one of the highest energy consumption periods. Studies show sharp spikes in household usage during the season. Fact 21. In Norway, families hide their brooms on Christmas Eve. Old folklore claimed that spirits or mischief makers might steal them if they were left out, so people tuck them away for the night. Fact 22. In Catalonia, there's a tradition involving a pooping log. A wooden log is decorated with a smiling face. Children feed it treats through December, and on Christmas, the log is symbolically struck until it releases small gifts. Strange, but beloved. Fact 23. In Ukraine, spider webs on Christmas trees are considered good luck. Folklore tells of a spider weaving a web on a poor family's tree, which turned into silver in the morning light. Today, metallic web ornaments are still popular. Fact 24. The tallest Christmas tree ever displayed was over 67 meters tall. It stood indoors, meaning the building had to be massive to fit it. Fact 25. Jingle Bells was originally written for Thanksgiving, not Christmas. Over time, its energy and imagery made it fit naturally into the holiday season. Fact 26. There's a town that keeps Christmas up all year. Lights, decorations, themed stores, everything stays in place 12 months a year for visitors. Fact 27. The first artificial Christmas trees were made from goose feathers. Families dyed feathers green and attached them to wires to mimic branches. Fact 28. Santa's red suit became the standard only in the 20th century. Earlier versions showed him in green, blue, brown, or other colors, depending on the culture. Modern illustrations unified the red and white image. Fact 29. The largest Christmas dinner on record fed tens of thousands of people. Massive charity events organized volunteers to prepare mountains of food for communities. Fact 30. Scientists have found that holiday lights can influence mood. Light exposure affects the brain's circadian system, and the warm glow of colorful bulbs can create a sense of comfort and relaxation. Research on light therapy supports the idea that small environmental lighting changes can influence emotional well-being. We've just covered 30 facts that show how diverse, scientific, historic, and imaginative Christmas really is. Whether you celebrate the holiday or not, it's one of the most fascinating traditions humans have created, constantly evolving from ancient rituals to modern inventions. And the best part is that there's always more to uncover beneath the surface.